of the three other sectors that will make our society a safer and a more secured Trinidad and Tobago. I compliment you on your effort and hope to see you at the next round. Thank you.
Good morning. Naprima girls, well done. I'm very proud of you. I saw creativity today, I saw confidence, and definitely there was evidence of work put in. Speaking specifically to the position paper, it was a well-written paper, and I thought that your use of the references that you chose were brilliant. My major issue, however, was there was no reference to the ways in which crime impact workers directly. I noted that business towards the end talked about the psychological effects of crime on workers, which then, in effect, impacts productivity. So I was looking for more of that, and therefore I had hoped that during your opening and moderated discussions that you'd touch more on that, and you did not. So that was just one point. In your opening, I thought it was brilliant. I often feel that doing a skit at the opening or some creative piece can be risky because you run the risk of missing an aspect of your topic. In exploring your topic, there's so many aspects to it that a creative piece may not be able to cover all of that. But you married the extempo with an oral presentation, which I thought was brilliant. I was a bit concerned because I was trying to figure out how you were going to use the extempo, focusing on the fires in the Beetham, to describe crime and security and labor's perspective. But you found a way. You found a way. So kudos to you all on that. I thought your ability to deliver your references, your key definitions, and your statistics was also ingenious. It wasn't cut and dry. I thought your props were also brilliant. Again, I wanted more of how crime impacts workers. And here you could have really shone brightly by exploring the ways in which crime impacts workers, and there are very many. I would like to highly commend you all on your recommendations of ways to fight crime. And you did so in your opening statement. You did so by presenting to us a brilliantly produced 10-point plan to all of the judges. I had hoped that the Ministry of National Security would be here to be exposed to some of these suggestions by all of you. And perhaps AmCham could pass it on to them later on. But well done with both your position paper and opening statements. I wanted more from you during the moderator discussion. And I understand that the moderator gave some structure, and I saw that there were times where you were at the edge of your seat trying to get in. But I really wanted some more, not just questions posed to other groups, but your own take on it as labor. And so I'm kind of left still with a desire that you all would have contributed a bit more in the moderated session. Nonetheless, I think that you all did well in the moderated session. And your closing statement, you did not rely heavily on your script. And throughout, as I said before in my beginning, I saw confidence, I saw creativity. I would like, Mr. Moderator, please, to just make some general comments. I often do this. In fact, I do this at every of the fora that everyone that I've been to the benefit of all of the students. The first one is, in PowerPoint presentations, it's really good to do a dry run before the actual event, because a lot of, and I'm speaking on behalf of the judges here, we were not able to see some of what you had up. Either the background color was too light, or you chose a white font, or the graphic itself was too small. So it's often advisable that you do a dry run first, because it can take away from the impact of your presentation, because you're relying on slides, and for us to follow you, we would need to see it. So that's just one. There was mention of low-class values versus middle-class values. And if there is a belief that low class means poor, then I would like to pose to the individual who brought that up, to all of us really, don't poor people also value education and striving for excellence and family? So I want us to disabuse our minds from the idea that somehow folks from the middle class have better values than folks who come from the working class or the lower class. Because let's be honest, the middle class came out of working class. And very many of the values that they embody came from the so-called lower class. So all of us really have a set of values. And so I want us to disabuse our minds from the idea that if you belong to a lower class or working class, your values are less than. Someone described workers who work in a business as laborers. And I asked my colleague here from business, do you describe your workers as laborers? And she said, no, they're workers. And so I just wanted to touch base on that. The member from business, yes, I stand corrected, he's raising his hand, that we're all workers at the end of the day. We're all workers contributing to the productivity of Trinidad and Tobago. And while I'm on that point, I always say in these fora that a sanitation worker is abundantly critical, because if a week passes and we don't collect that rubbish or trash, then we're literally in up street, right? So, so we want to be cautious of classifying workers of lesser than and you know who's more valuable than others, because all work is valuable. Once it's productive and it benefits the country, then see it as valuable. Two last points. Sorry, one more. And I have to chastise my girls from Naparima here. We said business hold the brains and labor the arms. I have to disagree with that in a most forceful way, because a lot of businesses succeed because their workers not just provide the arms, but the minds. A lot of small businesses, it's the minds. Public sector is the minds of workers. In fact, there's a new expression is knowledge workers. So I'd hate to think again that we've gone back to that old idea that labor is just your hand and your feet, right? It is all of you contributing to the productivity of Trinidad and Tobago, to the business, to the country. And that includes your mind. So never dumb down your value as labor, because you too bring contributions from your mind. Yes? And that's it. Thank you very much.
All right, so congratulations to all the teams. I know it was not an easy task for all of you to stand or sit up there in front of a crowd and be articulate and speak and share your views. So congratulations to everyone. That said, as the business judge, I must say I enjoyed the presentation delivered by Presentation College. Sorry. Yeah. But in terms of your statement, your opening paper, your position paper, I thought it was well done. Very well referenced, and very relevant to business and impact of crime on business, on productivity. In terms of your opening statement, I thought that you had very effective use, for the most part, of your technology. And as I commented to my colleague here, that while you did not do a skit, the presentation itself was quite dramatic. So I think that was a marrying of the different modes of presentation. So it was well done as well. Content was very good in terms of your definitions and recommendations that were stated. And you definitely were articulate and passionate in your delivery. you're in the moderated session. You certainly had quite a bit of airtime, and and you responded very well to the questions. I think you need to be mindful, though, that this is a discussion, and not to be too argumentative or to beat down the other teams unnecessarily. You know, you can give a little quip here and there, but don't overdo it. So that's a reference for future. But you were able to get your points across, and you were able to be supportive of other teams' points of view. And you were able to as well, which is important in a discussion, concede and show that you maybe made an error, that there's another point of view to be considered. So that's important as well. Your closing, again, you used your technology, and again, your little dramatics, the song. So it all adds to the presentation. So overall, I would like to say a good effort from business. You were able to articulate your points clearly, and you were able to deliver relevant content and recommendations that were sound. So, well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, judges. Again, let me ask you to express your thanks to the judges by a round of applause as well. Thank you. I would now like to ask the judges to present some certificates to the teams. First up to government. Yeah. Akini Harry. And Dari Rajbali. Just wait, just stay right there. Stay. Take, right. And you need one for the full team as well with the judge afterwards? Right. Okay. No, just. Okay. Dari? Yeah. Just wait on the side, yeah? Good. Vijani? Vianney, is it? Vianney. Ivy? No, we're just going to take off with the team. One and on with the team. Ivy? Yes. Ivy Seeley. Good, and then the entire team back with the judge to take one final picture. The entire team with the judge, yeah? No. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next up, the civil society team will be presented with their certificates. And we know the drill. Just come down so we shorten time. Just wait on the stairs here. And first up will be Angel Coombs. Angel Coombs. Followed by Aliyah. Aliyah James. Followed by Makiba. 'Cause. 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 Makiba Bennett. Enrique Caesar. Cashier. Enrique Cashier. I'm sorry. And the full team again. Full team. Two on each side of the judge. Thank you very much. Labor is next. Starting with Sephora Khan. And Johanna Bridge Mohan. Karina Mulchan. And Cabrina Belgrove. Good, and full team. Good. Next up, the business team. Okay. First up, you guys come on this side quickly, man. Starting with Tristan Ali. Yeah. That was actually very big. Yeah. Good. Sydney Chotalao. John Mohammed. And Makarion Firanji. Okay. And Charan Sukram. Okay. Well done. And the entire team, the team photo picture. Well done. Thank you very much to the teams. Thank you very much to the judges. And thank you very much to the audience. As the moderator, I wish to thank AmCham for the opportunity to be here and to share this opportunity with you. And if I may crave your indulgence just for one moment, just to make one comment from the security perspective, the national security perspective, and to point out that the comment was made, well, the theme generally, that we all participate and need to participate in securing our country. We secure our country, then we secure ourselves. And we are all responsible for that. And one comment that was made by the government side when they spoke about their weaknesses, and one of the weaknesses was a reflection of a lack of trust between we the people and some of the agencies that are required. So as we leave here today, I just want to urge each and every one of us, in the context of each and every one of us contributing to our own security, that one of the things that we need to be able to do is to think about how we can build and maintain the trust in our national agencies. And there's something that each and every one of us can do as individuals, and also from the perspective of the sectors that were represented here today in the discussions. So be safe, everybody, and thanks again for the opportunity. Thank you. Let me ask Nisha Das to bring the closing remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations to all the teams. I thought you guys did an excellent job. It's my privilege today to propose the vote of thanks for the occasion. As a member of the Trade and Investment Committee for AmCham, I'd like to extend gratitude to the 4 schools: Karapichaima East Secondary, Chaguanas North Secondary, Naparima Girls, which is where I went, and Presentation College, Chaguanas. The insights that you shared in your presentations and your approach to the topic continues to assure AmCham T&T that this project is a worthwhile one. It highlights that our future leaders are involved in positive behaviors and are able to grasp global concepts. And you guys discussed these issues in a very mature and well-rehearsed manner, well-researched manner as well. Thank you for allowing us to highlight this. Thanks to the judges and to the moderator today. So thank you to Lyle, Albert, Alyssa, Desiree. Also, thank you to the rest of AmCham T&T. So there's others around Melissa and the rest of the team who've done a great job in putting this together. We have to thank the partners, so UTT, for allowing us to use the space, Illuminat, and other sponsors, NGC, First Citizens Bank, Frank Hill, eZone, eCouriers, and the Ministry of National Security. And other specially invited guests, thank you as well. So, similarly, teachers and other students who help to support the teams and help them to get prepared for today, thank you very much. Before you leave, there's a couple reminders. There's an e-forum, which is the equivalent of the Facebook page for NYPF. It is open to all students, and each fortnight, 2 students are given awards for responding to questions posted by the AmCham Secretariat, but also commenting on posts from other students. Final reminder is that the project component of NYPF, which is where you submit a business plan, is due on the 28th of March. So that's a date that you should all make note of. And the finals of the forum will take place on May 3rd at the Trinidad Hilton Conference Center. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all a safe journey, and again, congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause.
This brings us to the end of the session for the day. Thank you very much, and be safe.